Welcome to By the Way with Beth with Beth and Stacey. I knew I was going to mess it up. We've been gone a long time.
We have been gone a moment.
I'm Beth Cooper.
I am Stacey Earlywine. Do I know my name?
Yes.
I think I do.
We had a long break.
We did. At first, we had 2 weeks off. We were,
Yes.
yeah.
2 weeks off
we
for
had
Christmas.
2 weeks off for
it was
Christmas.
the holidays, and we had a little time, so we just took a break.
We took a little bit of a break, and then the snowstorm.
Yes, then the roads were bad, so we were
roads were
like,
bad.
let's wait a week.
And then I decided to get a mad case of vertigo.
And I left and went to Texas and Georgia. So I've been around the world. Stacey's been sick.
I've been sick, yeah.
And then it was Christmas. So anyway, I'm sure you guys have all missed us, and we have missed you.
Yes, we were
have
ready
a
to
great
get back.
show planned for today. But
Yeah, just something fun.
Yeah.
Something fun to start off the new year. First, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions.
Oh, okay.
Do you make one?
I don't believe in resolutions.
I don't either.
I like
don't
to call them challenges. I will give myself a New Year's challenge. It's something about the wording in my brain, but I don't say resolution because I don't
even really know what resolution means.
A resolution to change.
To
like
change.
I'm
I'm
turning over a leaf,
vowing to
vowing.
change
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not vowing none of that.
Yeah, no, I didn't make any vows.
No, I
but-
don't make resolutions.
No, but I do like. There's certain sewing challenges that come out like at the beginning of the year, and you can be like, okay, I challenge myself to do this much sewing this year or to finish this many projects, things like that. Like I'm always down for some kind of challenge like that. But as for a real resolution, no, I'm just going to keep doing my best.
I'm just going to keep doing my best
every day.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep moving, keep grooving, keep going.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. The number one resolution is always to lose weight.
Yes, and I would like to lose weight.
I would too, but
I
I'm
didn't
not
make
gonna-
the resolution because
I'm not going to put any money down on that.
I feel like that just jinxes it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, then you're just like, and it's just the same old, same old.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Smitty and Mabel one time, and it's like this time of year they have a ton of people that sign up to go to the gym, and then after about 2 months,
Yeah.
I've been one of those people in the past. I hate to exercise. I'll walk the track. I'll walk.
It's nice
I
that
like
you live
chair
so
yoga.
close to the
I like
track.
chair yoga.
Yeah.
That is easy, and it's if you're older. And chair yoga is great, and you can tell a big difference.
I think I'm going to start that.
It is really good, and you just get one of them little apps on your phone, and they'll just do, or you just sit there and just, you're just moving.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
My
Chair
mom
yoga's
goes
awesome.
to Silver Sneakers, so that meets in Flora. If anyone's interested, I don't know the times or the dates. You'd have to send me an email or something. I could find it, but she has lost all kinds of weight doing this.
Now, what do they do?
It's kind of like chair yoga, but you're sitting down for most of it. It's Silver Sneakers. It's really geared toward the older crowd, but it could be. I think anyone could go, but it's just they use some light weights and movement, and she feels so much better because she'd had a hip surgery last year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this has really helped her gain some strength back.
Yeah. Huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that chair yoga is amazing because if you got bad joints, bad knee,
Yeah.
but walking is good to get some cardio. But I'll tell you what, that chair yoga is pretty good. I do it at the shop sometimes when I've got a moment, and it really makes all the difference. I have a lot of ankle problems and hand problems I've been a hairdresser for 37 years.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh,
bound
that's
to,
a long time.
It's bound to come. Yeah, standing in one spot for 37 years is a little rough on you.
Yeah.
Did you know that in the top 15 hardest occupations on your body, hairdressing is number 11?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's number one? Just curious.
I can't remember what. I just remember that hairdressing was number 11
I believe it.
because you're just standing and
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
your neck.
It's not the job for me.
Yeah.
My job, I sit at a desk. That's the job for me.
Yeah. That's a good job for you.
I like sitting.
So yeah, no New Year's resolutions. It's pretty cold right now. The inauguration is over. Donald Trump's president now. I watched all that. That was kind of interesting. I love those military bands. They are so perfect.
Yeah.
They are so perfect. I
didn't get to see it, but I wish I would have seen the bands.
I love the bands. It was so funny. I can't remember what news. I don't know. Probably Fox. I don't know. I just got Hulu. I just clicked on one, and every once in a while they would be like, "Wait a minute, something's happened." People would get their phones out, and they don't stop talking.
Oh, funny.
And then be like, "Oh, false." They did it like 3 or 4 times because it's all live. So they're all like, "Oh my gosh, what
Something's
happened
happening."
here?
Yeah.
What happened here and there and all that type of thing." So
Yeah.
but. How was your trip to Texas?
My trip to Texas was fantastic, and we flew to Houston and then drove over to some cousins' houses that we have down there and stayed with them. And I took my mom. It was just me and my mom, and she hadn't seen this cousin in a long time and wanted to see her. So we went and stayed at. She lives in a beautiful home on a lake, so we had a beautiful view right outside our window, but it was cold there too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we travel. It was January. I knew there was like a chance of bad weather or whatever, but I also thought it would be good to get out of Clay County in January. Winters are long for my mom, so it's like, hey, let's go during the winter. But of all times, it was when that snowstorm, ice storm was like crossing the whole country. So Houston did not get any snow or ice while we were there, but it was like in the 40s and 30s, and it was super cloudy the whole time. So it was still a beautiful lake. It was still a beautiful neighborhood.
Right.
It was just there. They were like, oh, if you only saw it in the summer, it's so pretty, you know. And I'm like, I'm sure it is, and maybe one day we'll go back. And then we stayed there a few days, and then we flew from Houston to Atlanta. And we went in to see a good friend of my mom's that she hadn't seen in like over 20 years. And stayed, she lives just a few doors down from a hotel. So we stayed in a nice hotel and then got to visit with her. She lives right in the middle of Atlanta, like midtown, like right, right in the middle, you know, high rise apartment buildings and a beautiful area. The hotel was amazing. It had the coolest, I love hotels that like do something a little different than just like your regular, I don't know. This was a more fancy hotel, but they had a food court instead of like
what?
Yeah, it was kind of this like trendy area of town where like everybody walked and it was like a lot of young 20s, 30s people, and this hotel was attached to this food court, but you could also enter the food court from like the sidewalk. And then there was also like a Chick-fil-A and like some shopping and stuff, I think, out there. But
how neat is
the food court it wasn't just one of those food courts that's like McDonald's, Subway. It was like one of those that's like each of the restaurants is one like we've never heard of around here.
Right.
And it may just be like a mom and pop kind of thing, but there was like Thai food and there was Mexican and there was like a barbecue place that was really good. I had fried green tomatoes from there.
Yum.
Yum. Yeah.
Fried green tomatoes.
And like really cool drink places and like a tea place. And it was just a really fun out. And in the middle was a bar. And we just like one day I let mom and her friend visit. And then I just stayed back at the hotel because I had some work to do. Because I was still working. I work from home. So I took my job with me. But so I sat there in that food court and worked that day. And it was so much fun.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, great.
Sounds like Vegas, like Vegas hotels. You know, they have all that. I'm sure not on a scale like Vegas, but yeah, it's kind of neat to. Yeah. Sometimes you never have to leave your.
It was nice there, but the problem with Atlanta was it was icy in Atlanta, so we got there just a little bit after their ice storm. But like the parking lot, they are not good about clearing anything down there, and they only had like this much ice.
Well, they're not
still
prepared for it. They don't have that. They're not prepared for it.
But it was still enough to make it where it was hard to walk. Like the hotel had their driveway paved and stuff, but like the sidewalks and like around her apartment building and stuff, it wasn't cleared. So then, you know, we're all just like trying not to fall to walk into the building because it was just so slick.
Oh,
but
that terrifies me. A fall terrify. I hate walking on this stuff. I'm like an old lady. Linda lived in San Antonio, and I remember one time Jim and I were first married, and Mom and Dad and Jim and I drove down to. We didn't fly back back then, and we went down to visit Travis. And Travis, my nephew, was born in February, so we drove down to San Antonio, and we got into the most incredible ice storm in Waco. Oh, people were just like lost their mind, and they have because they don't have the salt, they don't have anything. It doesn't happen very often, right? We're like, you know, of course, my dad's like, move over, let me drive, you know. Dad's just like zipping, you know, because we're used to it. We're used to it. Yeah. People think that when you go down there that it doesn't get. Yeah, it has its moment. Well, goodness sakes, I don't know if I'm a Panama City Beach person. Yeah, and they're getting ready to have like 5 or 6 inches of snow today, and they are losing their mind. I'm like, calm down, it'll only last 24 hours. You'll probably be melted by Wednesday. Calm down, people. It is crazy. My mom had a place down in Panama City, and she's got a good friend Dot, and everybody's just 2 doors down from where my mom's house was at, and it's just so funny because literally school's out. Oh, yeah. Nobody's moving. School is closed. It just cracked me up. Like you said, it's not even going to last 5 seconds. Yeah. But I don't know. I just think it's hysterical when everybody loses their mind. Right. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm glad what you talked about your traveling, because I'm going to talk about 2 years ago, Jim and I took a trip on Route 66. Yes, I remember. And I've got this super cool book. And I believe that everybody, I didn't do it this year because we took that big trip last year. So
right.
I'm still recovering from that. Because this time, January last year, we went to Isla Mujeres, we went to Mexico, and then we did that 2-week Mediterranean cruise, which took it out of me. So this was a year ago. But I like leaving every January. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever my pictures jumped up this time last year, you were in my view from Isla Mujeres was like, oh, why didn't I go? But I know I didn't go. Money, money, money.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk about Route 66. But
okay.
Ty, I want to do the New Year's ad since we didn't ever get around to it. The black and white one, not that one. The other picture, that one. Look at this ad. Let me get my pictures on. Usher in the New Year well. Usher's whiskey.
Oh.
Yeah, Usher
Should
in
old
the...
acquaintance be forgot?
That's
Usher's
right.
whiskey.
That's right. Should old acquaintance... I love that song, too. Usher's... But what my favorite part... So you got all these... If you can look... The men are all wearing different hats.
Yeah, they're from different countries.
They're from different countries.
India, South Africa, England, Scotland, Canada, and Australia. What's that say?
Australia.
Australia.
Look at that. But yet there's a little baby in the middle of the... stirring the punch of whiskey.
Oh, of course. The New Year's baby. You got to include the New Year's baby.
That's right. That baby must have been born in 1910.
Is that what it says, 1910?
Well, there's a little thing right above his little head that says 1910.
Yeah, I think he's wearing like a headband or something. I thought it said 1970, but that wouldn't make sense.
I thought this was a really cool. Andrew Usher and Company, Distillers, Edinburgh. G.S. Nicholas and Company, New York Soul Agent. I don't know. I just thought that was really cool with all the different. I got to looking at it. It's like, oh my gosh, how cool is that?
That's super cute.
From 1910.
Everybody around the world loves Usher's whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. Should old acquaintance be forgot? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
That's a good one.
That is a cool ad, but it's just so funny because, you know, when you do the old acquaintance. People, I always think, of course, my favorite Christmas show, It's a Wonderful Life. You know, they sing it at the end.
Right.
And I actually sang, because I love the song so much that I actually sang it at church one time.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I don't remember it, but okay. I mean, I believe you. I believe her. I just don't remember it. I was probably gone. You know?
You surely were in the building because then you would remember.
I surely was. I'm sure it was phenomenal. But
you can't
sing
believe
it every New Year's Eve at our New Year's Eve party that we attend. It's as soon as we all, you know, give a toast and ring in the New Year and everyone cheers, then everyone in the whole room, there's usually like 30 people maybe launch into that song. It's very reminiscent of It's a Wonderful Life.
It is. It very much is. And but then when I sang it at church, people, I had 2 or 3 people come up and go, what was that song? I've never heard it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
What the heck?
How do you never?
Were they fake people? Like, were they,
maybe.
What are people calling those, like robot people that are like
taking artificial intelligence?
Yes.
I do not
think they were real.
These robots are weird.
I know. So the other day there was one that Stacey shared on her Facebook page that creeped me out too. I'm not as easily creeped out by them, but this one was extremely creepy. It was at a hairstyling school, and it was like just from the midriff up, and it was a blonde. Her face and everything looked completely real. Her face movements, and she was like this, and then the person and she had this long blonde hair, and the person had to fix her hair basically, and you know, cut her hair or whatever. And
it was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
But like, she looked
I don't like it.
Real, but she had no body.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
Yeah.
Really, really strange. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Alien movies? Probably not. Remember that first? Because like they had a robot too but it looked like a real human being, but he was a robot. But freaks me out. Don't like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk more about Route 66 and not artificial intelligence because it freaks me out.
Yeah. Okay.
But first, we're going to take a commercial break, and we will be right back.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we're going to talk about Route 66. So 2 years ago, I was like, I got to get out of town. I always wanted to go to Tombstone, Arizona. So I've always wanted to do Route 66. So we just caught on there, went so far, and then we headed down to Arizona. Great trip. It was all. We just stopped, and it was exhausting because we stopped a lot, and we took it a couple days. But anyway, the introduction. Do you know what they call Route 66? What's it?
The Highway of America.
The Main Street of America.
Main Street of America, yeah.
Yeah. So this is where it all comes about. I'm just going to read just a little bit, and then we're going to show pictures and just talk a little bit.
That was a question on my word puzzle that I do every day.
What?
What the nickname for Route 66 was.
Cool.
Crossword puzzle. Anyway, go ahead.
Judge J.M. Lowe, president of the National Old Trails Road Association, often referred to the National Old Trails Road as the Main Street of America. It was an apt descriptor for this early highway that stretched from Maryland to California, was knit from the nation's historic roads and trails, including the National Road, Santa Fe Trail, Bill Wagon Road, and the Old Spanish Trail. In early 1927, Cyrus Avery and a group of business leaders with vision established the U.S. Highway 66 Association. The organization had several goals, including lobbying to have the highway paved for its entire length between Chicago and Los Angeles. Equally as important was creation of initiatives to develop tourism along the highway corridor. One of the organization's first projects was a marketing campaign that billed US 66 as the Main Street of America. As the highway was literal Main Street in many of the communities along the highway corridor, this moniker was a fitting to Route 66 as it had been for the National Old Trails Road. Today, in the era of Route 66 Renaissance, it remains an apt descriptor. America's famous highway is firmly rooted in the past, but it is also linked to the future, as it evidenced by the establishment of the world's only electric vehicle museum in Kinman, Arizona, and the installation of charging stations at historic sites along the highway corridor. So they are kind of implementing other things, for the electric vehicles, but I'm not too sure about. I don't care about that. But the thing about Route 66
care about that either.
But the thing about Route 66 is Interstate 44 also follows that. So a lot of times, like if you travel that and you want to stay on the back roads, you got to be careful because like you'll end up on the interstate. You got to go back around to get those things. Because like I said, Interstate 44 is basically the same thing.
And the bad thing about if you're using your GPS, like mine always like recalculates. So if there's a faster path, it'll like all of a sudden recalculate and send it to my, and I'm like, no, I was on the route I wanted to be on. Like, why did it do that? I'm sure there's a setting that I haven't figured it out.
So one of the first things we're going to start like in the Illinois area and go down. Now, we just went right to St. Louis. I think our first stop was at Merrimack Caverns, which is super cool.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Oh,
I love caves, but I've never been there.
You will love it. It is amazing because like Jesse James, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Jesse James. But our first stop, I wanted to talk a little bit about Pontiac. In Pontiac, Route 66 followed a twisted course.
Pontiac, Illinois?
Yep, Pontiac, Illinois. Twisted course through town on Pontiac Road and Division, Lincoln, and Ladd Streets. In the 1940s, a bypass was built to funnel an ever-increasing flow of traffic away from the congested city center. Towering over the historic heart of the city is the courthouse. Okay, not that picture. I need the picture of a courthouse that's like cream and orange colored. I probably didn't send them in. I don't.
That's not it.
That's not it. Nope. It looks like a big old. It's got a big steeple on it. There it is. There. This is the courthouse. Is there, towering over the historic heart of the city is the courthouse, an architectural masterpiece built in 1874.
Wow.
A clock tower was added in 1892. The Civil War monument honoring the soldiers and sailors of Livingston County on the courthouse square was dedicated by President Theodore Roosevelt in 1903.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Where is Pontiac exactly? Near Springfield or
Yes,
what?
Pontiac is near Springfield.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is beautiful. I don't know. It was there right on the heels of that one. Was there other pictures like with Abraham Lincoln? Nah, da da da. Not that you're seeing. Okay, so that was. I thought that was a beautiful.
That was a beautiful building.
Yeah,
I love old buildings. That would be fun to go in that building.
It would be fun to go in that building.
I don't think I've ever been to Pontiac.
I don't know if I ever have or not. Now the picture of the house with the green shutters is what we're going to talk about next. That one. Okay. Well, not yet. Is there a picture of a hot dog? The cafe. This was
maybe go ahead and talk about that, and then he can pop over to the hot dog. Maybe.
Yeah. Let's see where we're at. This picture is this is a picture where now we're in Atlanta, I believe. In Atlanta, Illinois. No,
Atlanta, Illinois.
I'm sorry, Springfield, Illinois.
Springfield,
we're in
Illinois.
Springfield, Illinois. This
Okay.
house you can go into, and this is a historical marker. This is a house where Abraham Lincoln lived.
Oh, no
for
kidding.
A period of time, and they've kept it all up, and it's absolutely a stunning home. Looks like something I would absolutely love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and it stands on. Yeah, there's a whole lot of haunted history with Route 66 also.
Yeah, I'm like, is that house haunted? Because I get a vibe about it.
Do you get a vibe?
Yeah, I feel like Abraham Lincoln's going to, like, peek out the window or something.
I think, I'm going to pull up some of my pictures because that'll be. But I found it. You found the there. Cozy Drive-In. Possibly the most famous site associated with Route 66 in Springfield would be the Cozy Dog Drive-In. Established by Edwin Waldmere Jr., father of the renowned artist Robert Bob Waldmere, the Cozy Dog Drive, it opened in 1949. It was relocated to its current location at 2935 South 6th Street, the site of the former Lincoln Motel on Route 66 in 1996. So they actually moved it, and then this house that we looked at a minute is that since Abraham Lincoln lived there for a while, now that is the Lincoln Hotel.
Okay.
So those two things are kind of side by side.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Very pretty.
Love it. Okay, now let me see what. Of course, we can't cover everything.
Right, and so this Route 66 actually starts in Chicago. Is that right?
Chicago.
It starts in Chicago, goes all the way down to ends in Texas.
No, it ends in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Okay.
Yeah, so you think about that route that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, I didn't realize because, like I said, we bypassed it, but Collinsville, Illinois. Of course, we did the big ketchup bottle.
Yep, we talked about that on the past show.
We talked about that another one. And I love there's certain little quotes throughout the whole book here. In 1995, the ketchup bottle preservation group successfully intervened and prevented demolition of the unique roadside landmark. It was then restored to its original appearance, and in August 2002, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. So there's another picture of our ketchup bottle, which we did a neat thing on that. Which you know what, we talk about this type of thing. Every small town should follow what Casey, Illinois did. Mm-hmm. Casey, Illinois.
They got to find. It can't every town have big things though, but every town needs something.
Every town needs something that they can focus in on.
I know.
I feel like Florida tried to do that with Little Toot.
Yeah.
But I don't think that went over. But a lot of people just go through Casey.
Maybe
Casey's
if they would have called it something other than Little Toot.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but that's not a good name.
Yeah. But yeah, some of it, like here's by John Steinbeck. He's got like there's little quotes through this whole book. Highway 66 is the main migrant road. 66 is the path of the people in flight. 66 is the mother road, the road of flight.
Yeah, because that's a quote from of Mice and Men by John. I believe it's of Mice and Men. You read any of his books? That's the one that was like in the Dust Bowl, and they're going out west.
No. I would probably like it.
It's been a hot minute since I read it, so
yeah,
I won't say any more because I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's move on
to
Stanton and Merrimack Caverns. Now, this
is where I want to go.
You have got to go here. This cave is so cool. I wonder if, it's just so cool. I get excited when I talk about it because there's so much history. And Jesse James, they hid out there. And when you go into that Merrimack Caverns, they still have the original house that he hid out in there. Like they even built a house in the cave to escape people.
Oh, really?
And that little bitty log cabin. Oh, yeah, it winds around. They've got it beautiful, though. You walk through, and it's just...
And we did an episode on Jesse James, too, so if you want to learn more about him, go back and read the one about... They're all on YouTube, labeled Jesse James.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing. Merrimack Caverns, located 3.5 miles south of Stanton, figures prominently in the area's history and the town's association with Route 66. As the largest commercial cavern in the state, it remains a major tourism attraction in Missouri.
Let's see that picture.
Yeah, see the picture. This is what you're going to be coming across. Yeah. The caverns were also used for mining of saltpeter and the manufacturing of gunpowder. This enterprise gave the cavern its original name, Saltpeter Cave. It was renamed Merrimack Caverns by Lester B. Dill.
I wonder where he pulled that word Merrimack from, because of the Merrimack Indians or something that used to live there?
I'm not really sure.
I don't know if that's
I'm not really sure.
Either. Okay.
Lester Dill purchased the caverns in 1933. The site was transformed into a major destination. He had a modern road built to the caverns and the former dance hall converted into a cool parking area. It's pretty cool. Frank and Jesse James had used the caverns as hideout, building on the legend in 1949. The town of Stanton capitalized on the proximity of the caverns. Motels and quirky roadside attractions, such as the Jesse James Wax Museum, thrived as traffic along Route 66 increased in the post-war years.
Did you go in the Wax Museum?
Yeah.
Did they have Jesse James in wax, I guess? And his buddies, or who was
No,
it?
he wasn't.
Who was in wax?
Uh-huh.
Who were they? Like, who were the wax figures?
Well, you had the Jesse James and the James group. I believe, if I can't remember, I think maybe there might have been some mobsters in there too, but I can't. It wasn't like Capone or nobody big.
Oh, okay.
But Merrimack Caverns is just really neat. And you just wander through the whole thing. You walk in and you walk in the cavern, and the very first thing you see, it says Merrimack Caverns, Jesse James Hideout. And then there's this little bitty log cabin in there. See, this is what you see when you come in.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and that's the cabin because like they smuggled out in there, and they've got like trails, and you can go up and down and follow the whole thing, and it's still got some waterfalls.
Spring.
Yeah, in there. And it's just amazing that they actually built this cabin in there and hid out. That's the original cabin that Jesse James stayed in.
Wow.
You can rent this place out too. You can rent it out for weddings. Because when you walk in, there's like this huge dance floor. I mean, it looks like it's pretty neat.
That is neat.
And one of the most interesting things is you go in this one area and you sit down, and on the cave walls, it's got it shows the progression of America while Lee Greenwood's singing.
Aww.
And I'm proud to be an American, and it's on the cave walls, so it's kind of like rough looking. But yet it shows like the history of America.
The cave. Oh, of America.
Of America, and it ends with the flag.
Well, that's neat.
Oh, it's cool. It gives me chills. It gives me chills. I absolutely loved it. Now let's see here. Let's talk a little bit about Cuba. I think I might have sent a picture of the wagon wheel, but I'm going to talk a little bit about Cuba.
Cuba, Missouri.
Cuba, Missouri. I may not have. I don't know. Cuba is an unlikely location for an unusual attraction. Shoes that once belonged to who? Robert Wadlow.
Oh.
The gentle giant from Alton, Illinois. During the 1930s, Wadlow was billed as the world's tallest man. He stood 8 feet 11.1 inches tall and weighed an astonishing 490 pounds.
No kidding.
I don't remember when we did we talk about him? Because he came to Florida Shoe Factory.
Yeah. So his shoes were probably, they made him a pair of shoes here in Florida.
Right.
That they gave to him. I don't know if the ones in Cuba are the same pair displayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had I can't remember the size of shoe that they had to special make for him, but yeah.
So anyway, at age 20, Wadlow signed a contract with the International Shoe Company in exchange for free custom-made shoes.
Yes.
He traveled the country on a promotional tour representing the company. His used shoes were sold to shoe stores as promotional items. Henry Hayes, the original owner of Hayes Shoe Store in Cuba, and his wife Audrey acquired the first shoe when they purchased the store in 1950. It was a size 35 AA.
Oh, my.
Several years later, the International Shoe Company launched a unique promotional campaign. One of Wadlow's shoes was loaned to the shoe store. It was filled with shelled corn. To win a free pair of shoes, customers had to guess the number of kernels.
And why would you want his old sweaty
I
shoe?
don't know. I don't know why, but we need to take a commercial break because I'm going to run long. So we will be right back.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank.
We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, you just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be.
Clay County State Bank.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you could be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we were talking about Route 66. You know, you got to love it. We did.
Yeah.
And we actually did I just remembered our play last year.
Yeah.
Was Get Your Kicks on
Route
66, the Nostalgia Theater show.
Yep, it was good.
Da-da-da. Okay.
It was like 50s, 1950s theme. It was super
I love
cute.
the 50s.
Me
Man,
too.
I love the 50s.
Me too.
The greatest. Now we're going to go to Carthage. The most notable vestiges of the town's association with Route 66 are Boots Court, Boots Drive-In, built across the street, and the 66 Drive-In Theater. Arthur Boots built the motel in 1939. A recent renovation has restored the property to the 1940s appearance. Even though it retains many original features, Boots Drive-In has been modified to serve various businesses, including a real estate office and a credit union. So here, I think it's cool that you remember the drive-in that was on, I wish we still had that one here in Florida that was on.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah,
but,
I've never gone to a drive-in, but this is still there, the 66 drive-in. It still shows movies.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then the picture next to it is the Boots Court. That's just a little. When you're going down Route 66, you see these tiny little mom and pop things. They're all over the place.
So did you eat there? Did you go there?
No, we didn't stop there because I wanted to stop at the Big Texan.
Oh, okay.
Total tourist trap. But yeah, look at these cute little mom and pop stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I love that. And I love those metal chairs they got sitting outside, those old-fashioned lawn chairs.
Yeah, we could probably find out what we're looking for whenever we change our sets, that old setting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, those neat old places. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Will Rogers. Yeah.
Was he a baseball player?
Will Rogers?
Yeah. Who is it?
No, he's the horse guy. He's
right. The cowboy?
Yeah, the cowboy. Will Rogers.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Wait a minute. Let's just go back a little bit. So after those Boots courts, then there's a black and white picture, Ty. Yeah, that's just a neat picture. That's another little cafe that you come across. You're going to see that on Route 66. And then a lot of the old-fashioned gas tanks. Pull up the one that says Route 66 with that.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
just
that's
super
so cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then another Conoco gas station.
And those probably aren't actually working.
You don't
pumps,
use them,
are
no.
Yeah.
They're just using them as promotional things. And then the turquoise building, the turquoise gas station picture.
So now we're into Kansas, is that right?
Yeah, we're going into Kansas. Yeah, look how cool that is.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, just stuff like that. I love the fact that it's not gone.
Right.
It's fantastic. Okay, now we are in Claremore, Kansas.
Okay.
Okay. Will Rogers spent some years of his boyhood in Claremore and in 1911 purchased 20 acres on a hill overlooking the town. This is now the site of Will Rogers Memorial Museum. The museum houses an array of artifacts including memorabilia, photographs, and manuscripts. Movies starring Rogers are shown in the theater. Will Rogers was originally buried in California. In 1944, shortly after completion of a new sunken garden built in front of the memorial to Rogers, his body was interred in Claremont. His wife Betty was also buried in the tomb. And yeah, so he's buried back in
California?
No, he's buried back here in Claremore.
Oh, okay.
They brought him. He did live because he was a movie guy. He lived out there, but still standing on Route 66 is this. Go to the next picture after that one.
Man, that looks
that
massive.
Big Will Rogers Hotel.
He might not have that one.
He
Maybe.
does.
He does. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he's got it. Look at that.
Wowzers.
Yes,
that's so cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dedicated to Will Rogers, the world's greatest humorist. I don't know if he was. I don't even know what a humorist is. Claremore. Oh, we're in Oklahoma. This is in Oklahoma. Claremore, Oklahoma, USA. The Will Rogers Hotel. So he's buried in. We're in Oklahoma. Hotel Will Rogers. Now, isn't Will Rogers the one that had the horse that was stuffed?
I feel like that name's not quite right.
Will Rogers? No, he may not have. Who had Trixie? What was his name?
I don't know. I'll Google.
I'm going to keep talking, and you Google.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. Then I've got a really neat pictures of a man that just has the Mason Hotel coffee shop. We are in Claremore, Oklahoma. Show that picture next, Ty. I would love to visit this building.
Will Rogers was a vaudeville performer and actor.
Oh, okay.
He did vaudeville.
Vaudeville, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who are we thinking of? Happy trails to you until we meet again. That was that guy, right?
My dad's probably sitting there screaming at the TV like, can't believe you don't know this.
Probably not. I don't know. But anyway, now there is a Mason Hotel coffee shop in Claremore, Oklahoma. I just thought this was a really neat picture. This is a coffee shop and a gun. It was a coffee shop and a gun collection place in the largest gun collection in the USA. And look how big that guy looks like. He's pretty tall himself. So, but J.M. Davis Gun Collection, largest individual gun collection in the USA, and that's him standing there. So why wouldn't you sell guns and coffee at the same time?
I don't know.
I think that sounds like a great thing to do.
I think it does too.
I think it sounds good. Good. Now, let's see. Oh, and then I just sent a picture. Ty, the next picture is like the Route 66. With all the different arrows pointing. Yeah, look at this, Beth. Route 66. It says Tulsa this way.
Yeah,
50
I love
miles.
that.
Oakland, like Joplin, Amarillo, St. Louis, Albuquerque, Springfield, Winslow, Chicago, and Santa Monica. Yeah, that's just a neat sign that you're going to see on the way to Route 66. Pretty cool. Loved it.
We're thinking of Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers, yes.
And his horse's name was Trigger.
Trigger, not Trixie. Your Your dad is going to be like, okay, Stacey's lost her mind.
Yes, because we talked about Roy Rogers on an early episode. And
when
we
came
talked
through
about
town, right?
famous people that came through Flora.
Yeah.
And he was here and he ate at the either the truck stop or the East End Cafe. I don't remember.
I think he ate
the East End Cafe.
I think it was the East End Cafe.
Yeah, because my grandma was working, but she missed him, I think. I don't think she saw him.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's definitely. Okay, now we are in Elk City. Now this is pretty cool because we did go by this. They got all these big. They kind of did like something like what Casey is doing because I got these giant things. So the next picture you can pull up. Go ahead and pull it up, and I'll talk about Elk City. Look at this, Route 66. In Elk City, the earliest alignment of the US 66 followed the old postal road to an intersection with Main Street, as it followed 3rd Street through town. This was the route noted in the 1923 Auto Blue Book, an early annual guidebook for travelers. Unlike many Oklahoma communities, Elk City had a remarkable diverse economy. In 1911, the city was supporting 4 banks, 4 cotton gins, and a cottonseed oil mill. In less than a decade, an ice plant, 2 broom factories, and 2 flour mills were also operating in the town. Still, the post-World War I economic recession and then the Great Depression stunted growth for several decades.
Oh, my.
But, yeah, look at how they've capitalized on Elk City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you go downtown, they just got all these big,
That's really
displays.
pretty.
It is. It's very beautiful. Mm-hmm. It is very beautiful, and we need to take another commercial break.
Gosh, already. Okay.
I know, these type of episodes go really fast.
We'll be right back.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Pegel's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Pegel Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me all your lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we're talking about Route 66, and we just entered McLean, Texas.
Woohoo!
By 1910, McLean was a thriving community. The business district included 3 general mercantile stores, a bank, a newspaper, and several blacksmith shops with livery stables. The economy was diversified with petroleum-related businesses and a service industry that met the needs of travelers on the Ozark Trails Highway that connected St. Louis, Missouri with Las Vegas. This place, McLean's got a big history. It's survived so many things.
Did you go through there, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It survived the drought of the Dust Bowl, the Great Depression, and the Resultant? R-E-S-U-L-T-A-N-T. That's not resilient. What is that?
Resilient. I have to see it. You said it too fast.
Yeah, right there. What is that word?
Resultant.
Resultant.
Why can't they just simplified that? And said,
I don't know.
The result was.
Well, all they had to do was say, and the resultant collapse of the agricultural prices.
Yeah.
It also was able to endure the growth of surrounding towns nearby Pampa, becoming the country's industrial center, and the decline in the oil industry. It was the bypass of Route 66 that served McLean from its last economic lifeline, and this proved to be a harsh blow from which the city had yet to recover. But this is cool. This is just like painted. Let's show this picture. Like, get your kicks on Route 66. Look at that old car.
Yeah, that's super cute. I love those old cars that had like the wood paneling on them.
Yeah, we did that. We did an episode on one of them one time, I think, too, didn't we?
We did?
I thought so. Well, in one of our things, I mean, they probably passed them.
Oh, like an ad or something.
Like an ad.
Yeah, I bet we did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's just like there's like the Devil's Rope Museum, and it's dedicated to barbed wire, just so many different things.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to go there.
You want to go to the Devil's Museum?
No.
But my next stop was one of my favorites. We are in Amarillo by morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and so this is the RV. This place has got some really neat stuff. The Second Amendment Cowboy, Amarillo. So when you come into Amarillo, let's just show. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's the biggest Cadillac dealership.
Oh.
Yeah, and so when you're coming in there, there's this big Second Amendment. It says Second Amendment Cowboy. He's sitting there giving you the big salute. But at the time, Amarillo was the largest Cadillac dealership in the United States.
Cool.
Yep. And then let's show the next picture with the big Texan. Okay, look at this. This is a restaurant. The public is invited. Come on, come on. The big Texan. I actually, on the inside of this, took a picture because it was just really super cool. But, there's that ginormous bull out there. There's a big dinosaur out there. This is a restaurant, and they have that thing like where if you eat this, good Lord.
Oh, like a great big meal, you get it for free?
Yeah, like the biggest steak in the history of steaks.
Yes, I think I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
You know, there's a place in Altamont that does something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With that tenderloin sandwich?
No, she does, it's the diner downtown. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but they do a breakfast. It's called the Gramps Challenge, and it's this great big huge plate of biscuits and gravy.
Uh-huh.
It's enormous, but if you eat it, you get it for free.
That's cool.
Something door diner.
I'll have to figure that out. But one of the other things, so let's go to the next picture with the Cadillacs in the ground. No.
The Cadillacs in the ground.
There you
I've
go.
seen that.
How cool is this? So, and you have to walk. You park, and then you just walk. You walk far away from it. And this is actually in Santa Fe. On Route 66, landmark is the Big Texan Ranch. We just showed that. It was originally established in March 1960 by R.J. Bobley on Route 66 with an ambiance that mimicked a Western movie set. A horseback-mounted cowboy that greeted guests and a towering 60-foot neon-lit cowboy sign. The restaurant was an instant hit with travelers. In November 1960, Lee launched an innovative promotional campaign that continues to be a major attraction. The 1-hour steak challenge was a 72-ounce steak, baked potato, salad, shrimp cocktail, and a bread roll with butter.
How many ounces?
72.
Do you have to, I mean, even if there's like fatty stuff on it, you got to eat
the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
Anyone that consumes the dinner in 1 hour gets it for free. Today, the challenge is broadcast as a live feed on their website.
Oh, well, I want to kind of check that out later, actually.
But we stopped because you have to go to this thing, right?
Yeah,
it's just all these Cadillacs stuck in the ground, and you go up there and it's hard to see, but see all those things on the ground?
Yeah, what is that?
That's spray paint. So you walk back there, it was windy and freezing, and then you write your name, you spray paint all these and there's probably like 15 of them in that line.
Huh.
It's just a weird thing.
I wouldn't even mess with spray paint. My name is just going to end up getting spray painted over with.
I put my name on there.
Did you?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you get spray paint on your hands?
I don't know if I did.
I wouldn't have wanted to mess up my nails. That's me. But no, the name of that diner in Altamont is the Open Door Diner. I just thought of that.
Open Door
So if you're
Diner.
local and you want a challenge, like a food challenge without going all the way to Texas, check out Altamont, the Open Door Diner. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to have to hurry through these next ones. We are in New Mexico. Tucumcari. The town itself dates it to 1901. I never did stop there because I don't think this is the route we went on.
Oh, okay.
But in this place, it's like Walt Whitman. I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me. That was a quote from Walt. But if you go through Tacomari, it did survive. That Blue Swallow Motel is there. Let's show that picture. You had it up just a minute ago. Yep. See, this is a really cute. Look at that old-fashioned hotel.
Oh, I love it.
The Blue Swallow Motel is there. And then there is the TP Curios on Route 66. That's a restaurant that you can visit that they've kept all in. That's all on Route 66 too in Santa Fe.
Fun.
Yeah.
Can you sleep, I guess, in a teepee there? There's a place somewhere along the line where you can. I read about it somewhere.
I'm not sure. Okay. Now, let's move on to Winslow. Standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. In late 1880s, a construction camp for the Atlantic and Pacific Railroad was established at the site of Winslow. The town is named for General Edward F. Winslow, president of the St. Louis San Francisco Railroad, a company that owned half of the Atlantic and the Pacific Railroad. On May 29th, 1997, the Standing on the Corner Foundation was formed to develop a park. You can show that picture now of the Winslow, Arizona. There it is. That's where you go and get your picture taken.
Yep. I've seen several people on my Facebook stand there with their picture.
Yep. Standing on the Corner Foundation was formed to develop a park that would commemorate the Eagles' first single, Take It Easy. Artisans from throughout the country were solicited for proposal. The foundation then settled on two components, a mural and a statue. And then, of course, the song by the Eagles was famous there. It was on the Take It Easy album. But how cool is that, standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona?
Very cool.
I'm trying to think, where is it that, like, you can stand in one spot and you're literally in 4 different states?
That's like right over by Las Vegas, right? Like
Yeah,
you
I
can
think
be in like
so.
Las Vegas, Colorado, California.
Yep, and then I'm going to talk
Arizona.
yeah, flip over to that next picture. This is a really neat little gas station. No, that's in California, the one before that one. That's the original Palace. Was there one that says Route 66 that's got an elephant? Look at that. So, like, when you're driving Route 66, you just pass all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody just stops.
Huh.
It's awesome.
Thank you
Love
so
it.
much for joining us. As always, you can catch us on Wabash Catch TV, channel 100, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m. And we're also on YouTube. You can find all of our past episodes on our YouTube channel, and it is By the Way with Beth and Stacey. Like and follow us on Facebook, or email us at bytheway with@gmail.com.
That's it.
That is it for today. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.
God bless you and have a great day.